Okay, so what I'm getting started on right now is making a fresh pumpkin pie. Now, if you want to make pumpkin pie, you don't have to do it this way, but I'm telling you the flavor is so much different and it's not very hard to make. So, this is a pumpkin that I went to the farmer's market at and I picked up this one. And it's, if you notice, it has like little knots on it. They call them peanut pumpkins. But they said this was the best type of pumpkin to make pumpkin pie with. So what I'm going to do is to attempt to slice it open. Okay, so I got it sliced open. And what you have left in here, it's a beautiful, beautiful flesh of the pumpkin. So what you can do is you can either save your pumpkin seeds to cook them later, or you can get rid of them. So what I'm going to do is scrape out all of this inside of the flesh right here. And I'm just using a spoon. Let me move over so that you can see what I'm doing. Yeah, there we go. I'm using a spoon to just scrape it out. And as I said, the people at the market said that the farmers swear by these, that these make the best pumpkin pies. And this is something that you can do with your kids. You can have them scrape the center part out for you. That'll give them a hands-on. Let me get this all scraped out. And as I said, the seeds are good. You can take the seeds and roast them. And you can eat pumpkin seeds. So, there we go. So, that's one out. Like I said, the flesh of it is just gorgeous. And you can also use the little small, what they call sugar pumpkins. You can use those also. So, what I'm going to do is get the inside of this scraped out so that I can move forward. And I think I'm going to save my pumpkin seeds so that I can have them roasted. Get this out. I'll have to include pictures of my trip to the market to get these pumpkins. It was such a beautiful fall day too. And as I said, you can make these with your kids. The kids love, I used to do this when I worked at the school. And we'd have the kids scrape out all the inside with their hands. And we'd roast the seeds. And we'd eat them. As you can eat pumpkin seeds. As a matter of fact, I think I'll try these pumpkin seeds because I've never had them before. But I tell you, if you could smell this, this looks as good as it smells. It's just absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to finish cleaning this out and then I'll be back. Okay, so I scraped out all the seeds in my pumpkin. And believe me, there's a lot of seeds in here. It didn't look like it was that many, but there's quite a few. And as I said, the flesh of this pumpkin, oh, it's just absolutely gorgeous. So what I did is I sprayed my pan with some cooking spray. And what I'm going to do is take my pumpkin and put it on here, flesh side down. If it all fits, because I tell you, this is bigger than I thought. So let me try to get it all on here. Put this big piece right here. Right here. There we go. So, this is what it looks like. So what I'm going to do is put this into the oven on 350. And I'm going to roast it until the flesh is real nice and tender so that it could be scooped out to make the pumpkin puree. Okay, so I just took the pumpkin out of the oven, and as you can see, it is very, very tender. And all I'm going to do now is wait for it to cool so that I can get started making my puree, because I don't think I can make it while it's this hot. Wouldn't come out so good. So, we'll see you then. Okay, so as you can see, The pumpkin has cooled down. I've scraped it out of the off the husk of the hull of the pumpkin. So what I'm going to get ready to do is to make my pumpkin puree. And as you can see, it has water on it. So what I'm going to do is drain off some of that water and get my stuff together, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I hope you can see this video good. It's kind of dark over here. So what I'm going to do is just put my pumpkin into my little blender thing here. And you can do this in one of these, or you can use a regular blender. You just want to get the pumpkin blended up. So let's just get started with that. Just pour it in here. And it's very, very thick. Let me see if I can get it to come out perfect. There we go. Very, very thick. And as I said, this is the prettiest pumpkin flesh that I have seen. So I'm going to put this in here, like so. And then, I'll leave this stuck in here. I'm going to scoop out some more. And it doesn't have to be really smoothie because once you add your seasonings to it for your pie, it's going to be just the right consistency. And I tell you what, this will save you a ton of money. I only paid like $1 to $2 and something for this pumpkin, and that's versus paying $3 and $4 for a can of it. And as I said, you can do this in advance. So what I'm doing is cleaning the edges of my puree of the bag because I don't want it to not close. So I'm cleaning the edges of it like so, and then just going to seal it up. Not leaving any air in, like so. Okay, so my pumpkin puree is ready for my pumpkin pie. At this point, I can go ahead and make up my pie and put it into the pie shell and put it into the freezer and freeze it, because they said that if you cook it before, it compromises the taste. Or I can just take this and freeze it in the freezer, and the day before or 2 days before, thaw it up, add my ingredients, and then make my pie. Instead of going ahead and making the pie, you'll notice that I went ahead and froze the mixture, and I'm going to thaw it up and use it to make my pie. You can go ahead and go online and find the best pie recipe for you, but I just want you to know that you can make these pies ahead of time and you can freeze them.